Well, guys, I'm trying to remember. You guys remember all those stories about squatting that was actually going on, mainly in Democrat-run cities? Well, guys, it's back. It is back in the city of Chicago. Because, folks, we actually have a man now. His home has now been squatted. He's actually trying to sell the home. And when a realtor shows up, they actually tell the man, hey, somebody's already living here. He's like, how is that possible? And folks, we know that the police aren't doing anything about this. For some crazy reason, guys, some states have squatter laws. Okay? But in this case right here, these people actually produced a phony deed. Okay? Now, the city of Chicago, Cook County, has no records of them actually purchasing their home. None. However, the actual owner of the home has to take these people to court. He has to waste money trying to kick people out that stole his home. This is pretty crazy, man. It really is. But these people, of course, are refusing to actually leave. They said, hey, we paid $8,000 to move in. Really? Did you? And we'll get to the woman because it's actually a man and a woman that are the squatters. And then we find out something very, very interesting, folks, about the woman. Let's just say this is not the first time she's done this. Okay? This ain't the first time. But in this case right here, she has not been charged with anything. Okay? Not yet anyway. But let's go ahead, guys, and get into this. Right over here. Fed up Chicago resident gives entitled squatters who refuse to leave his home a dose of their own medicine. Now, the man that actually owns the home, his name is Marco Velasquez. And he actually decided, you know what? These people don't want to leave. Me and my buddies, guess what? We're going to move into the house. And that's exactly what he did. He actually thought this would actually make these people leave. It didn't. They didn't want to leave. And then he says, okay. Well, actually, they say, okay. Why don't you pay us to leave then? And they wanted him to pay them $8,000 for a home they don't even own. And he actually negotiated with these people. I believe it got down to like $4,300. He paid them to leave. So in the end, guys, these squatters, they took the money and left because they know they didn't own this property. But we found out more information about this woman. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch this news clip right here, guys, to give you some more insight on this. Here we go.
Chicago man says he did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his property. He decided to move in with them. Marco Velasquez is the owner of this Southside property, which is on the market to be sold. He says his realtor came by with a potential buyer, but there was already people inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Velasquez says a woman named Charmaine and her boyfriend Codero moved in, claiming they recently purchased the property. He says the couple showed police this mortgage document, but Cook County confirms they don't see this mortgage on record.
Yeah. No record of that. Why? Because they didn't purchase this property. They just stole this property.
Velasquez's realtor recorded this video as the couple explained to police they had a right to be there.
Y'all bogus right now. I listen, bro.
He says police told them under Illinois' current law, they couldn't remove anyone.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. I called a couple of friends, stay overnight, and I knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes.
Velasquez says he, his wife, and their friends got a few air mattresses and spent the night with the alleged squatters.
We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
The next morning, he says he realized they were not budging.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Velasquez says they negotiated. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement. and he paid them $4,300 to leave.
We wouldn't want to give them money, but
Big
we heard,
mistake.
really bad stories about squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year.
Velasquez says weeks later, a CPD detective called them, informing them that one of the alleged squatters is the same woman accused of squatting in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home.
You heard that? This woman, same woman, caught squatting in another home.
After leaving his property. In the Lee's case, Charmaine Powell Gillard was arrested and charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification, and criminal residential trespassing. In the meantime, Velasquez says he's working with a detective, and he hopes action is taken in his case, too.
I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
The accused squatter, Charmaine Powell Gillard, said claims that she is a squatter are false and unfounded, and wrote, quote, innocent until proven guilty. We also reached out to her alleged boyfriend, Codero, but have not heard back. CPD did not confirm if they are currently investigating this new case, and no one has been arrested or charged in this case.
Yeah. So you guys saw that right there, man. You guys saw that right there. This woman is a professional squatter, a pro. She's done this before to another couple. I mean, for one thing, why is she actually out on the streets? Cook County. Why is this woman actually out on the streets? She's out there scamming people for their property and getting money. Now, in this case right here, what's the other family saying? Because they have it over here. Marcia and Carlton Lee. Did they actually give her money? I hope they didn't. I really, really hope they didn't. Because she actually got charged for this. I believe these squatters, guys, these people, man, need to go to prison for a very long time. I'm talking about like 30 plus years. And Mr. Velasquez, he ain't getting that $4,300 back. That was a big mistake on his part. He just wanted those people to leave. He thought, all right, I want to sell this house. So here's $4,300, go away. I want to sell this house, make money. That was a big mistake because at the end of the day, guys, they did this simply probably just to make money. Remember, they're the ones that actually said, hey, give us $8,000 and we'll leave. And he gave in for $4,300. These people didn't buy this house. But one thing, guys, how do you actually buy a home for $8,000? Okay, remember, they said they bought the home. They didn't buy this home. Something was definitely fishy right here, man. He should have never, ever, ever given them a single dime. I hope this woman, man, gets locked up for 50 years for this. She did it to another person as well. But gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.